Hello, welcome to Live from the Hot Wheels room. Just had a mail call this morning. We got a case. It's a vintage redline case full of 24 vintage redline cars. Haven't opened it yet, but we're about to. We're going to see what all we got. Check out the conditions. This case set me back after shipping almost 400 bucks. I believe I won the auction for $375. Lots of paper. Packed it well. That's a good sign. One piece of tape. That'll make it easy to open, hopefully. There we go. All right. So the case is missing its handle, but this is the case. Very cool little clasp. We will lots of napkins. Okay, we're going to start with the first very fragile spot here. First car is a purple Oldsmobile Silhouette. Oldsmobile, why did I say Oldsmobile? I guess because that was the minivan. Purple Silhouette. It's very cool. Looks like the rims have been touched up. And it does have some strange toning. Not bad looking little car though. Alright, next up. Some decal scuzz on this one. Lola GT70 in dark green enamel. That is a very clean little car. Engine compartment's nice and clean. I'm very shaky. I haven't eaten today. But I'm just going to go ahead and sit these right back in the case as I pull them one at a time. That way they have somewhere to go. It is a shame that he didn't pull out the little dividers before he shipped this, because it looks like a lot of the dividers have crumbled in shipping. 6-shooter. Oh, this one here is a cool car. I actually don't have a 6-shooter in my collection. The only problem with this one is it looks like all of its axles are just toast. Yeah, it doesn't even roll. Well, that's a shame. And we've got the paddy wagon. This one here is missing its top. We can probably order one for that. Axle on the front needs to be straightened. It rolls a little crooked, but that's not a bad one. Come on, give us some good ones. Here we have the Chaparral in white enamel. I think the wing is a reproduction, it looks like, maybe. Yeah, I don't think that's the original wing. It's too rigid. And there Next up, feels like another silhouette. It is another silhouette. I wrapped it in toilet paper. Orange. Not sure what is going on with that rear wheel bearing. It doesn't really want to roll, and it has the wrong size wheels on the front. We will need to bust out the redline tool. That is a really cool, tough color though. And for the bottom is really clean. Nice little orange silhouette. We'll get the right wheels on that, and that'll be a cool one. Get it rolling. Oh, we got a blue silhouette. Here is the blue silhouette. Somebody has their name engraved on the bottom. T.M. Smith. Something like that. It's a pretty clean one. Not bad, not bad. We've got another chaparral in a root beer brown. It looks like another reproduction wing, and they put the sticker on the bottom that came with the car. All right. Well, everybody's got at least one of these in their redline collection if you collect redlines. The Jackrabbit Special. This one is the clear glass. There's some that have, I believe, like a dark smoked, and then some that have clear. And I've got a few of them over in the redline case. This is a US base. All right. Let's jump right next door and see what we got next to it. Torero, I believe. No, Turbofire. Turbofire and Torero. They confuse me. Oh, the shakiness just never ends with me, you guys. I suck at the... I can't tell if this used to have a stripe on it. You can see like part of it looks like it's got a clean edge, so I think that's like maybe it had an old stripe. And it looks like it went over the window partially, but I know like the old rod runners and stuff, they used to tell you to tape the engine compartments that open shut, otherwise they would mess them up. All right, what do we got? Ooh, twin mill in green with a crazy fade going on the sides. Yeah, that's a very odd color. All right, next up. Ooh, we've got the custom Barracuda. This one here is a Hong Kong base, blue windows, purple interior, and I would say somebody has sharpied out the little hood louvers, which that's not terrible. Looks like they've also done some Sharpie work on the back. So we'll have to wipe that off with a little bit of acetone. Cotton ball or a Q-tip with a little bit of acetone and wipe that right off, and it won't hurt that original redline paint. We'll just... actually, If it's just Sharpie rubbing alcohol may do what we need it to do. But I think if we go with the acetone, then we don't run the risk of staining the paint with the Sharpie. And that is a cool one. I do like the Barracuda. Ooh, Custom Firebird. That's a pretty cool one. Got a little bit of paint damage on the back there. Looks like the window's kind of smushed down in there. We might be able to pop that back up. Yes, we did. And base seems pretty clean. Obviously, those are not Hong Kong original wheels, and the wheel chrome doesn't quite match the car, so, but we're expecting to see that on a touched up wheel. They're always kind of a dull finish when somebody does that. It's okay, it's not a mint car. We knew that that was going to be that way. This is what, Torero. This is the one that I was thinking that this one is actually Torero. They're very similar looking castings. This one's an orange. That's a pretty tough color. Nice looking car. We're going to see if this video sucks after I'm done with it. And if it does, I'm just going to re-record it. I don't have the light on right now. I noticed the other night when I was out here. Oh, I just dumped that one right out of its little sock. Oh, that's kind of a rose color. I thought that was red from the original photos, but that's actually more of a rose. Heavyweights, moving van, truck. What do we call this guy? The heavyweights. I think it's just the hauler. Oh, it rolls so nice. That's a good one. So the trailer should be right next to it. That's nice. So there you go. The heavyweight moving van. It says Hot Wheels van lines on the back, and this one looks like the wheels are original. They don't look to have been touched up at all. They've got that shiny original Hong Kong chrome on them. That is great to see. All right, next one in the order. Ooh. We have a Demon. It looks like may have been, I don't know if they painted that top and then the piece above the windshield. I don't believe the piece above the windshield was ever painted on those, or right below the windshield there. And it looks like they painted some on the hood, like some lights or something. I know I used to, never really painted my Hot Wheels, but I know I used to modify them. I always had to have a junkyard. Then who would have thought I would grow up to collect them in red lines? Alright, this is the Ford J car in gold. Very cool, very nice car, nice casting. These wheels look alright. Let's see, this is, I believe this is I believe a US version. It's got the clear window. And the wheels look like they are touched up. Just slightly. We got 2 rows left. And then I'll pull the camera down and just do a once over the top of the case here. Another Ford J car. This one is in teal. Ooh, no hint. No rear hood stop. So you can just open that bad boy right up. What a cool little car. That's a great color. I always like the aqua. Never was a super big fan of people putting the stickers on them though. See if I can get that removed. Alright, continuing on. Oh, it's the cheetah. The python in green. Would be great if it said cheetah on the base. Nice roller, nice bounce to it. It's got some of that original wheel shine left. Yeah, what a cool car. I'd drive it. Very neat. Alright. We're down to the last 4. This car has seen better days. What is this? This is Highway Robber in blue enamel. And the base is very tarnished. Not a huge fan of that. I like how the headlights are Mercedes emblems though. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know how my camera's focusing because I've got it facing the other way, so I can't see the screen. But Hong Kong car, blue glass, big engine, rolls like a brick. That's pretty fitting. Next up, red enamel twin mill. This is a later one as well because you can tell by the red lines that are on it that it's a later release. That's cool. I don't have a red enamel, and that one rolls nice. So we'll have to get these all cleaned up, washed up, pull out the bag of redline wheels, fix some wheels. I don't know what in the hell we have here. Somebody has glued the surfboards down on the purple Diora at some point. These are aftermarket surfboards. You can tell just by the feel of them. Hopefully we'll be able to get that glue off the back. Clean that up a little bit. It looks like the wheels are original. Very cool. I always like the Dodge Diora concept vehicle. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to get most of that glue off of there. Your last car. What do we have for our last car? Ooh. Another Ford J car. With no hinge, no hood, rear hood stop. How the hood opens all the way up. That is, I would say that's a lime J car, not antifreeze. That definitely looks more like lime to me. Very cool, very pretty car. Alright, I am going to, now that we have everything in, we'll go ahead and come down here. Let's get some light on these. Come in for a closer look. Boy, that light sure messes with the camera sometimes. Makes it focus funny. Alright, so I think my favorites are going to be the orange Silhouette, the purple Barracuda, the lime Ford J car, the moving van, and the green Python. Those are the highlights of this for me. The custom Firebird would be nice, but it's a little rough around the edges. So here's the let's get some lights going in here. I'll show you the redline case where all of these cars will be going here shortly. It's a beautiful case. We've got some stick-arounds in the original pack, 40th anniversary. Some cars a really good friend of mine who passed away left to me. The original ad on a comic book. Then we've got, those are aftermarket Sky Show ramps. That's a restored swing wing. That is the vintage series that came out in '93 for that Sky Show. We got our Silhouettes starting. We got a couple rough ones. Not a lot. A lot of those. And they actually did one of these, the Jackrabbit special. They did a Jack in the Box version back in the day. Down to the next. We got some Grails back there. This is probably my favorite car in the whole entirety of the collection. The Olds 442. We have a clone of one that somebody has made. And I had that for a long time, just kind of as a placeholder to have one, even though it's made out of an old police cruiser. They did a really good job putting that together, so I went ahead and added it to my collection. Anyway, you got some other rare cars there in the back. Still waiting on another one of those vans, with the blue van with the flames from the Cutoff Canyon. Alright, what we got down here? I always like Noodlehead. It's just a cool looking car. That purple heavy Chevy's pretty tough. We've got a few Pythons there. Got us a nice red custom Camaro that this car actually missing its hood, and somebody kid painted, so it was dark forest green over the top of this, and it was pretty chipped up underneath, but all of that dark forest green, and on the roof it was dark forest green, and then there was a layer of gold underneath the green. I'm not sure what's going on with that engine. Must have threw a rod. It went right through the floor, or the clutch exploded, I don't know. Painted tail. You can see a little bit of the paint left on that tail light, or in between the tail lights there of the orange. But kind of a cool car. And it hangs out, and you know, they're not all going to be perfect, but they all deserve a home, so I give them one. My favorite, the Light My Firebird. That's my favorite Firebird. And then you've got, of course, your custom Firebirds, and we just got a red one. And if you look, those wheels, there's several cars that I've taken the wheels off and replaced them with aftermarkets, just because the wheels looked something like that or worse. Moving on down. I did start doing a rainbow here of these guys. Oh, and here's a couple Ford J cars right here in the back, but I started trying to do a rainbow, and I got that far. This one here was very excited to add to my collection. Another one of those purple Barracudas with the purple interior. This one's very clean. Clean anyway by my standards. Every now and then we'll get cars that have some really clean ones, and then we'll get some that have some dirty ones, and then we'll also get some that are really rough, like this guy with its corrosion. I'm not quite sure how to stop it. I wish I could, because it's, look at that shine and that paint on the roof. That one's got it. This guy here, this is another one that was just, it's just a beautiful car if it didn't have that stupid corrosion on it. But they all came from that, like, that's not, it's just nice. The bases are gorgeous, but corroded, and you can see a difference between like that one and this one. This one's paint's nice, but it's kind of a dull, and you can tell somebody had the sticker on the back, and I believe then at some point it got moved. It's one of them Lola stickers. And then, yeah, another one that was kind of a bummer was this guy, because it was really clean too. If it hadn't been for the corrosion that just started working its way through. But it's what's how it goes when you have a redline collection. Our chaparrals, a couple Johnny Lightnings there in the front, and then we're down to some of the later red lines, so we'll just do a real quick once over on those. And there's like this guy here has got the metal base. It's just a beautiful car. And this one, a little more wear on it, and it has the plastic base. So there you go. That is most of the redline collection. And then you come down, I guess we got some here. That is a clone of the Jackrabbit Special, and then a clone of the just aftermarket decals of the Ed Shavers Custom AMX. We've got the school bus back there, which is a crumbler. And if we move the car off the top, you can see toward the back of the bus there, that thing is really cracking and just about ready to fall apart. Some of the metal batches were just not great back in the day. Got a bunch of beach bombs, rear loaders that were, I built them. They were all kits, so I've got them in every color, and I've got a few more in the drawer over there. And then we've got our snake and mongoose, the original stuff in the back, and then we got some of the more modern out here in the front. And we got some of the nuclear mine snake and mongoose Johnny Lightning VW Zinger buses, and then of course the VW drag buses, and I just kept buying several of those team transports so I could have extra trucks. And down the bottom we've got our supercharger and just some random stuff, some Sizzlers, the old Batmobile from Batman Ertl. Yeah, just a fun little cabinet. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do to get these cars cleaned up. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope the video doesn't suck. Till next time. Peace.